Well, everybody, let's talk about Bethesda and their marketing and products and things like that. Now, I'm on the Bethesda webpage right here. And if you look at the page, it's a standard theme for a standard site that just starts at the top, scrolls all the way down. It's not very interesting, but you've got tons of products coming out. Lots of news, lots of things to be excited about. You've got Starfield, you've got Bethesda at games.com there, Redfall, Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online, Slayer's Club. There's loads of stuff going on, absolutely loads. And if you go to their YouTube page, it's even better. You've got like 4 videos here for Fallout, and then a whole series for Starfield. Then on Elder Scrolls Online with Billy Nye, I think that's how you spell his name, is the High King, and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, they do tend to hire these characters, these famous actors to take lead roles, and I think we all like that. So remember Martin Septim? Anyway, it goes on and on. I mean, the Xbox Showcase videos here, they're all exciting stuff. You look down this and you can't help but get excited about what's coming. It's just what they do. I mean, it's just a full colour assault on your senses. I mean, even Doom at the bottom there, and 76 here, and something that looks like the Pit, whatever that's about. I'm assuming it's Fallout 3's DLC reimagined. But yeah, and High Island. I mean, this is something that if you look at their page and you think this is a company it's got something I should watch, something I should keep an eye on because they've got more coming down the pipeline that I might like. And then you look at EA, right? It's like a train rusting away in a steam yard, in a train yard someplace. It's had its day. It was good at one point. Now it's brought up all the local developers, used them until nobody's interested anymore, and then cast them off. Killed off one great developer after another. I mean, the likes of Westwood, Microprose, and Bullfrog all got brought out by such companies. And where are they now? Yet these all led the way. Like Maxis, they led the way in sim games. Sim F, I mean, you got a Sim City, obviously. There's loads of them, Sim Ants. Microprose, F15, F19, Civilization. I mean, it's never ending list of them. Bullfrog, Theme Park, you know, so Dungeon Keeper. I mean, these were creating genres were brought up by these big companies who just either didn't use the license effectively and just killed off a good developer because they wanted to own everything. Says, or they just did the Assassin's Creed and churned out one crappy game after another until people got bored of the whole thing. And you look at their pace now, and it's quite sad. I mean, it's the same with Ubisoft and the others. I mean, I think Blizzard's going down the same route as well, by the sounds of it. People are looking at these old giants and thinking, what's happening to them? I mean, Epic, they've got Fortnite to keep funding their engine. I mean, in a way, I think Epic has kind of like got quite a good grip on the market. I mean, if we just have a quick look at Epic, it's their games. I mean, basically, Fortnite allows them to buy games or give their developers a big sum of money in order to actually, have it exclusive on their page. Now, they also own the Unreal Engine, and if you use the Unreal Engine, it's free to use if you make it an Epic exclusive. So they get lots of new games coming up. I mean, Steam can't really compete with that. The only time you get people competing with Steam is when developers, don't like Epic's way of doing business and have chosen not to support Epic in the same way as they would support Steam. But I mean, even Epic's quite exciting. Things have moved away from EA and Ubisoft. EA and Ubisoft are like things in the past now. I think they've been around for years. I mean, EA made the IFF file system that's Amiga users, an image system like JPEG. and a bunch of others, and they've come a long way. They brought up every single decent developer there was, caused a drought in the market as a result, and then just cast them off. I mean, you think of it, what could have been happening with Command and Conquer if EA hadn't got their hands on Westwood? I mean, Westwood were running out of ideas as it was, but eventually they would have bounced back, But you get the idea. Now you look at Bethesda's page again, and it's full colour. It's exciting. It's got new ideas. I mean, Redfall. I mean, that's exciting. You've got Starfield. That's exciting. EA have nothing like that. I mean, people are complaining about Blizzard stuff. I'm not. I don't really buy Blizzard games. I can't really. I'm not an authoritative speaker on that. But from those that do, it sounds like they're going down the same route. And Ubisoft. I might look at Ubisoft's client, and it is kind of sad. It's kind of dead, if you know what I mean. So I'm looking at Bethesda, and I'm thinking Microsoft brought these out. They've allowed the brand to continue, as a publisher. But if you go to their Game Pass page, then Bethesda is just a line of games on the whole Game Pass thing. So they've managed to work it into the Microsoft label, without any issues. It just fits right in there. And again, you've got full colour games here, games you can play. I don't know, it's just good. I mean, I've got games here like Quake, admittedly, which I used to have loads of skins for, including Homer Simpson, which was a great one, right? But I mean, it's the same. It's just like it says, look, we've got lots of products, we've got new ones on the way. Keep an eye because it's worth it. Then you look at EA and you look at Ubisoft, and it's like, look, we're dead, we're about to die, we're all pensioners, we've got nothing new to offer, just buggy clients, ripping off customers, bad reputations, and we brought up all your favourite developers and did nothing with them. So I look at Bethesda now, right, and even though they've changed hands, I'm still thinking this is exciting. I'm still thinking this is worth watching and this is worth following, even though they really don't put out a lot of news. Because I think they really should put out a lot of news, and they don't. I think they keep it fairly private. They probably should have more of a team working towards it, I think.
How do we always...
That, by the way, is Redfall. I'm just browsing. But you get what I mean, don't you? Anyway, Bethesda, they're new, they're exciting, they've been around a while, so they're not technically new. But, they're still fresh, and some of these old kings of the community are just dying off in a very, very sad kind of way. But I don't regret the change, because I kind of was bitter about the games, the developers they brought out. Because I like those developers. I like Bullfrog. I liked Maxis. I liked Microprose, who brought up by Hasbro. And they're all gone now. I managed to buy all their games. I mean, Microprose especially. I own most of it. Same with Bullfrog. Same with Maxis. These were companies that if they released them, I'd buy it on the spot. And they just took that away from me. Now Bethesda, they're one of these companies I buy a lot of their games for. And I think that's why they've put everything under the Bethesda Softworks thing, including Doom. Because they're kind of hoping people like me will buy Doom because we like the Elder Scrolls. But the thing is, I've never brought ID soft stuff in the same way I brought the other games. I like them, they're alright. But they're not that same level of interactivity. I'm not really a shooter fan. I play shooters when I'd want a bit of mindless violence, and that's it. Right? So it's a bit of an odd mix, but I suppose it brings a bit of variety to the label in case of certain types of games go out of fashion, like they did with other companies. So the Bethesda Softworks has a future, that isn't linked to just Morrowind. But yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. It's still exciting, unlike some of the old kings of the community. And you don't get that sense where the Bethesda Steam train is rusting in some train yard like you do with EA and Ubisoft these days, or maybe even Blizzard. And I kind of like that, I'm kind of glad things are moving away from those companies, because they've had their day and they weren't necessarily great in the day either. See you in the next one.